Test, test. All right. Good evening, everyone. Joining in Zura from Dallas, Texas. Hope everyone is having a good day. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. I'll wait for a little bit to... Or actually, I'll probably just jump in the games. I'm actually gonna put the music on pause here and wanted to do one thing before I get started here. Let's copy this, and here we go. I want to pin that message. Hey, what's up? What's up, my man? Georgian Samurai, Happy New Year. How's it going? Okay, here's what we're doing today. Hey, David. Happy New Year. Thank you very much. How are you? Jesser. Good to see you. Welcome, my friend. Hey, that's right. Got back yesterday night. Today I've been teaching for the most part of the day, and I got some time this evening and wanted to get back in the swing of things. So here I am. How are you? How was your New Year's? So here's what we're doing today. I have been working on opening repertoires for quite some time now, and today's goal is to basically keep it very simple and straightforward, play only 3 openings. And what I mean by 3 openings is with white we're going to play e4 and go, if opponent responds with e5, we are going to go for the Italian game, and when we're playing with black, we're going to play e5, e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, Petrov defense, to eliminate a lot of choices from white. Okay. I will talk more about it as we get into the detail, and if they play pawn to d4, queen's gambit, we're going to balance the center with pawn to d5. All right, Kulon. Hello, my friend. Happy New Year. Solomon, salute. Salute. Good memories. Indeed, for sure. Was not as cold as we wished. There was no snow, but good times, and time spent with loved ones. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna start probably from the range of 500. Okay, so how do we do that? I want to look for custom challenges, and I do not want to pick a new account. I do have a speedrun account, but I think I will play from my main account. Okay, hold on. We can do rated or unrated. Doesn't matter, honestly. Okay, I am going to start with 3-14. Let's jump right into it. They start with pawn to e4. We're going to respond with pawn to e5. c4, a very interesting choice. I guess they try to take control of the center. Usually my recommendation is you do not want to make up too many pawn moves at the start of the game. Here, this is double the mistake because it also weakens this d4 square. Let's go knight to c6, occupy this square. What is going on here? Are they pre-moving or something? Let's check it. Should we check if they're pre-moving? They are pre-moving. Wow. Well, talking about the gamesmanship. You know, gamesmanship means that if you see your opponent making a mistake, let them make a mistake. Jesser, I'm not sure what is going on. Dino, what's up? Well, Happy New Year, Verret. I just beat a guy with an Italian Paris variation, but I had no idea that's what it was called. Which one is the Paris variation? I'm actually not sure of that myself. Well, there's not much to review here. I think our opponent was in a rush. Or they just discovered the Primus. I think that's what happened. Our opponent just discovered Primus. Okay, we keep going. Yes, it is somewhat of a random opponent. Can I actually create a custom challenge into rating range? I don't think. Jesser, what is your rating? Yes, I also am open to play the viewers when they fall into that rating range. Okay, so let's do it like this. We did 300. Now I'm going to try basically from 300 to 2000. I'll try to play one game in each rating range. Okay, and the goal is hopefully to see the progression. You're 330? Okay. All right, send in the challenge, my friend. Okay, real quick. Hold on. I have to play this real quick. We have to engage into the quick battle here. Our opponent's rating was a little too high. But we will get back to. Okay, he actually wants to take there. We'll get back to the rapid, okay? Don't you guys worry. Okay. Okay, do we exchange? What else do we do here? Knight f4 maybe? Knight f4 is gonna get captured. I mean, I think I simply bring the knight back. We're playing against an opponent who is 3050. Okay. No joke. Maybe that was a little rushed. Okay, we can't allow knight b5. Right now, I think on the next move, we can try to take on d4. What do you guys think? d5. Okay, he's catching up on time, which is good. Which rook? I think this rook probably, right? To attack. Okay, time. We're doing with the queen. I do not know. So I guess we'll go here to attack. Attack the knight at the moment. Yes, I was expecting the move. Let's go h5. Force them to take. They are forced, right? What is he thinking about? Very strange. I don't know why he spent that much time there, but he did, so I guess we took a little bit of an advantage of that. I don't think we were winning objectively, but he spent way too much time there. And we're back to We're back to 2900 with that win. Okay, actually this queen move was not that great, I think. Oh, Jesser. Okay, 2000 is not that little. Maybe let's try to trade knights. That looks so weakening of my dark squares, but we don't have a luxury at the moment. Okay, he leaves the post. I guess to reroute the knight to d4. I guess let's go knight. Oh, bishop f5. I thought he was gonna trade there. Let's go knight e3. Probably still slightly worse, right? What do you guys think? Yeah, for sure, worse. Yeah, I don't think that can leave. Ach. Oof. Okay, I flagged first. Let's get some Nimzo. Okay, he wants to take there with the rook. We shall allow it. There's a pin. But if rook f4, I wanted to play g5. I think I still lean towards g5 here. I should do c5 first, actually. We're not in a good situation to if you. Let's give up the bishop pair. We'll give up the bishop pair for what? Alright, let's see. Do we think this is that bad? Wow, h4, huh? I think I want to initiate the e4 here, don't I? Not 100% sure how white opens that thing up here. g5. We'll trade everything now. Our goal is to play b4 and get some counterplay going on this side of the board. I'm not sure if I want to play a4 and then b4, a5 and then b4. Bishop e4, wow. This was... Oh, oof. Oof. That was tough. Okay, how do we... How do we do this? I don't think we accomplished much here. Okay. Let's attack the rook. Now, most likely we're gonna get into some sort of endgame. Should have taken and go queen d4 maybe? Okay, let's go. Do we go c4, d4, c5, rook moves back and take, or do we take now? Let's try take now. Queen a5, I think we're gonna have c4. We're way behind on time though. Oh. Ah, man. Man, oh man. In the last seconds, we're getting in trouble. Literally every single game was down to the wire, huh? What size is large enough to have fun? How to go from 700 to 1500? By joining my group and going through structured lessons. That's how you get better, my friend. I think the move here is... Bro, this is terrible. What did I do? What did I get myself into? Jeez. Jeez Louise. What on earth did I get myself into? Naveen, what's up? I do myself. I do, my friend. I do. It's a good observation. I guess I have to do this. And Queen G7, probably go Rook F8. At D7, yeah, I guess we take with the queen, right? Or the king. Probably queen. Okay, we're castling next for sure. What's up, Malik? Epsilon, what's up? Good evening, everyone. Zura over here, for some of you that we haven't met. A6. What a move. To include. Oh my, oops. Oh my. Come on. Come on. Whew. Whew. All right. Let's calm down. We're trying to go B4. What ELO do you think is realistic for me to reach by the end of this year? 400 or 500 ELO. Hold on. What's going on here? We kinda. This was a peace sacrifice. This is sacrifice, you think? Queen C3. Remove. Oh, takes here, huh? What is going on here? Ugh. Oh my. Okay. Feel like we can go knight f3 now. Bruh. Okay, he says GG's. I think he's done, but man, it felt closer than the score described it. All right, let's see what is going on. We're gonna get back to the rating climb series now. That was to get us started, but next, back to the regular schedule here. And the regular schedule is, my plan was to play, basically do the rating climb with 3 openings specifically. Let me see what I missed in the chat first. Silver, what's going on? Nawin, what's going on? Scrachman, Lufiverse, Govind. Why not increase time control? You're not able to take down. Just increase time control. I think you have to with this guy. Yeah, but it's usually the 3-0, you know. Not that many people play different time controls. Jesser, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the dual stream. Okay, what was the earlier? You mean 2500, Malik? Happy New Year's, man. Happy New Year's to you too. How was your New Year's? Just got back from Colorado. Okay, any questions that I missed? All right, let me get back to the custom challenge, any non-rated. Let's take a look. All right, let's go, my friend. Scrachman, you want to send in the challenge? I have the link in the description. Any tips to reach 1500? Prahlad. What is your rating right now? Playing games, analyzing games, and studying. Studying mainly. Studying different positional and tactical elements. Lufiverse alive. Thank you very much, my friend. I don't think you sent the challenge. It's Rahman. Oh, that's you. Rahman, alright, let's go. We're playing with black color. With black, my recommendation is usually balance the center when they try to take control of it. We balance it. Knight to c3, Vienna opening. We also take control of the center. Usually our second move is knight to f6. Okay, they play knight to f3. This now is the invitation to 4 knights, which we are going to do. Pawn to g3. Let's go bishop to c5. Usually these are the squares where we want to develop our knights and the bishop. Pawn to b3. Making too many pawn moves early in the opening is usually not recommended. Now we have one piece that is not participating into the game, and that is this bishop. So let's get this bishop in the game. Short castle. Why not knight d4? This is a very standard pin along the diagonal performed by bishop and the knight. Pawn goes to h3. Now they wanted to kick our bishop away. We'll take on f3 first with the check. And when bishop captures back, now we can take the pawn on h3 and we just won a pawn. Okay, rook moves away. Now I want to play a move like a6. In case white wants to play knight a4, this bishop is a very precious piece, so I want to keep it. Okay, where should we move our bishop? Probably to e6. Now this dark square bishop is kinda off the game. I just noticed that this pawn on f2 is also hanging. So probably let's take with the knight or take with the... Yeah, let's take with the knight. And I'll retreat the bishop back to d7. And that way I open up the route for my queen. So now queen can get into the game. Pawn to d4. Okay. Let's retreat. I'm assuming they will take. We'll take back. Bishop takes e5. Let's take on f2. I'm a new chess player, 200. Any good openings you recommend for both white and black? That is literally the goal of this stream. Today, I'm going to be playing 2 openings that I recommend. One with white, one with black. And the third one actually is against d4, but at lower ratings. Chances of getting queen's gambit in your game is very little. Let's try to be tricky here, attack the bishop, and threaten also some checks. Okay, so 1078. My recommendation basically is e4 with white and go for the Italian. And that's what we're going to be doing in today's stream. And with black, we are playing Petrov defense, basically e4, e5. Okay, they choose to give us the bishop. Okay, let's trade it. Our king is also somewhat weakened here, but we're gonna start checking them first. So that's going to decide the game. Legacy Dania, what's going on? Can you give me some tips to get 2000 rating early as I can? Let's go check. That is the goal, my friend. What is your current rating? And that is what I do in my group. But first, let's finish off here with queen g2. And white wanted to checkmate us on g7, but we checkmate the white king first with queen g2. Okay, that's exactly what we're gonna be trying to do, going today. Scrachman, good game, my friend. Okay, good game. I think going towards this b3 was a little off, okay? d3 and bishop e3 probably makes a little more sense because I have pawn on e5 and another pawn on d6, so this bishop on the long diagonal is not doing that much. And next, yes, after you got pinned here, you lost a pawn. And I think it was difficult, but also you did not notice this pawn on f2. And rook g1 was a little odd. I thought you would play either rook f1 or rook e2. But good game. Legacy Dania, yes, I will play you. Let me catch up with the chat first here. Guys, welcome to all the new viewers. Happy New Year's. I hope you had good time with your family this New Year's, and I hope 2026 is great for you. Let's get it. Midnight, long time, my friend. What's going on? Back and you're back and forth. How have you been? Happy New Year's. Jesser, yes, you are in line here. Let me quickly catch up on chat on both. That makes sense. Lower chance of blundering half the pieces. Exactly. We're keeping it simple to blunder as little as possible. I get Queen's Gambit in like 15% of my games. Advice to push from 1900 to 2000. 1900, 2000. Ray Bain. Obviously, I think it's going to be very individual. Do you have an idea what you're struggling with? What is your weakness? When you play games, where do you usually lose most of your games? What's the pattern? Back from very late dinner. I haven't had dinner yet, so you're not that late. No worries, no worries. 11. I was playing a match actually against this Grandmaster that is 3000. So you didn't miss much from the rating climb. Cheers. Thanks for the cheers. Happy everything to everyone. Time management, Ray Bain. Then probably doing exercises, timed exercises. Do you do exercises timed? And what I mean by that is not only puzzle rush, okay? Where do you usually do your tactics? And wherever you do them, limit yourself. Like try to do challenging puzzles, but limit yourself to specific time. Let's say you start with, depending obviously how difficult the puzzles and positions are, but I would start with 5 minutes per position and then try to go down. You tilted bad? Oh man, Malik. Tilt is... Tilt is the devil, man. Also, dry positions. I'm here. I filled up my water. Ray Bain. Dry positions, man. Dry positions. Do you like to analyze games? Let's say like classic. Jesser. You're next, my friend. E4, E5, knight F3. Let's go knight F6. The Petrov defense. Our opponent defends the pawn on E4, so now we are headed towards the fourth knight. Bishop C4, I think, is inaccuracy because it allows knight takes E4. D3, interesting. My idea was if knight takes E4, we go D5 and we gain the piece back and we take control of the center. But D3, I think, is some version of Stafford Gambit, but does it work though? Because I think we can simply play D5. Don't we? Don't we have D5? Now we will have to make sure that the E5 pawn is safe. So I think I'm going to do that by bishop E6. Actually, bishop E6 is it. It's not that great of a move, now that I think about it, because I allowed all sorts of ideas related to knight g5. So I don't think that was great, but now we'll play f6 to stop knight g5, and then I'll try to finish the development by playing bishop e7 in short castle. Dry position, require positional understanding. Yep. Do you like to analyze games of classics? I would recommend Karpov, man. Karpov's, and from the modern day, Carlsen's games, but analyzing them in detail, not just scrolling through. Let's play bishop e7. If d4, we're gonna try to keep the center closed. If c4, then we're gonna go d4. So I do not see a way for white to open the center up here. Epsilon, yes, you can go after Jesser. I have seen your challenge in the queue for some time. Malik says, I was 50 away from 2000 and kept fumbling winning positions, and I got frustrated and lost 300 points. Come on, bro. 300 points? Malik, bro. When you lose more than 3 is a max. When you lose 3 games in a row, the rule is you gotta walk away. You gotta take a walk at least for 5-10 minutes, okay? Outside, not in the room. I go to h4. I'm assuming white wants to play f4, but I think I'm going to be okay with that. We could have actually started with queen d7. Maybe that was better, and then try to go long castle. I was a little short-minded about that. Now I'll have to allow, but we could actually go f5 right now ourselves, because that attacks the knight. I actually like that. What if we go f5 and try to take complete control of the center? Next, we're going to try to go e4. Atarwa, can you tell me 3 openings? I play Reti, Najdorf, and King's Indian. Those are pretty good choices. For today's rating climb, we are focusing on Italian game, Petrov defense with black, and Queen's Gambit declined. Knight is attacking our pawn now. We can go e4. We cannot capture because the bishop was hanging on e6. My rating is 1200. How to reach 2000 rating? Consistent effort, my friend. Solving exercises, playing games and analyzing games, and studying, actually studying and acquiring new knowledge on a regular basis. Okay, let's trade knights. And maybe then attack. Yeah, no, you can get it back. There's no doubt about it, okay? But I think over time, getting better at tilt is part of the game. So that's what this is about. It's not about whether you can gain it back or not, but the lesson of controlling the tilt and not the other way around. You know what I mean? Let's take with this pawn. What about Rui Lopez? Asks Legacy Dania. Rui Lopez is also a very healthy opening, and one of my recommendations as well. I have a lot of my students play Rui Lopez, so it's a classic for a reason. Luffyverse, thank you very much, my friend. I am glad you have come across my channel, and definitely we'll play some time. Take care. Happy holidays. Okay, c3 to defend the pawn in the center. So I think we should take, right? Or do we go c4? Let's bring the rook in. Legend Gaming, what's going on? Okay, we have an extra pawn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 6. So it says +1 here. We have an extra pawn now. What should be our plan to convert a pawn advantage? First question we would be asking ourselves is which side of the board? Which side of the board are we trying to play? I think the answer is probably the queen side. Don't you think? Don't you think, guys? Let's do just that. Let's go c4. I'm gonna try to strangle this queen right now. Trap it on the queen side. You'd be trying to skewer queen and the rook, but there was nothing defending that bishop, my friend. I was thinking of playing queen d7 and then bishop g4, but right now nothing was defending bishop g4, so I couldn't have gone bishop g4 first. All right. He retreats the bishop back. Let's try to set up here the attack on this queen. Queen b7 is a mistake because we're gonna have rook b8 and skewer queen and the bishop. What's going on, Madhan? Queen goes back to a4. Are we able to trap the queen somehow now? That queen looks very trappy. We could go b5, queen takes a6. That's probably not it. Bishop d7. Where does the queen go? Queen goes to b4. We could probably go bishop e7. Queen takes b7, bishop c6. There's no way we do not trap that queen there, right? I would be very surprised if we do not trap that queen there. So I'm going to trust my gut and play bishop to d7, attacking the queen. Let's say queen to b4. What are our ways here? We could try rook e6, rook b6. That's a one way. Bishop e7, queen takes b7. Bhagat, let me finish this game and I will answer your comment, okay? And I will answer your question how to get past 2000. Okay, bishop e7, queen takes b7, bishop goes to c6, queen takes a6. Now we can't play rook a8 there because the bishop is going to be hanging on c6. But what if we go queen c7? Does not that trap? They're threatening rook a8. Ah, but maybe bishop a4. Okay. What are our other options? Okay, other options are rook e6, rook b6. Rook b6 allows queen a5, so I'm not sure we're trapping. Queen c7 also looks very legitimate. Yes, I agree. Threatening bishop e7, but probably white queen will try to escape backwards with bishop c1. Okay, how about this? I have an idea, guys. I have an idea. What if we go bishop e7, queen takes b7, bishop goes to c6, queen takes a6, queen to d7. I think this is the powerful move, not allowing bishop a4, isolating queen in the corner and threatening to trap it with rook a8 and then the second rook to b8. Let's do that. There was a suggestion, if a5 and bishop c6. I'll answer that shortly here. Why I think maybe that was winning too, actually, but I'm pretty happy with this decision here. Bishop c6, queen a6, and probably queen d7. Queen d7 is gonna stop bishop a4. And all sorts of counterplay from white, so I don't really see actually how white could save the queen there. Queen b6, we're gonna have rook b8. Maybe bishop takes e4, trying to sacrifice, but we could probably take back d5 with bishop b5. I think white is not going to have enough counterplay. When I trust my gut, I forget there is so much gut to trust. It's a slippery slope, David. Queen d7. I think this is an important move. Because rook a8 immediately drops the bishop. Okay, bishop to c1, rook goes to a1, and as we anticipated, now the queen is going to be trapped. Okay. He decides to sacrifice it. Fun little trick. Good game. Good game. Good game, Jesser. Let me aid you, my friend. Jesser Yan Bayani. First time playing? I am. You did pretty well, my friend. You did pretty well. Okay, stuck at 2,000 for months. Please, some tips for me to skyrocket my rating as your well, 2,000. If you are around 2,000, probably. Well, which part of the game do you think you're struggling with? Let's start with that. Okay. I would work on my defending. Okay, what I would really focus on is my defending. Crawlauer, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. Weiser and White Bishop 008. What's going on? Welcome. Jesser, let's talk about where you went wrong. Did you gambit the pawn in the center here on e4, or what happened with that? Bishop c4 on move 4 is actually not that great because it allows knight e4 and gives up the center, control of the center, okay? But if you do go for this, then if you do end up here, it's probably best to take back and then on d5 go back to d3. So this way, at least you do not lose the pawn. You maintain the equality in the center. Okay, if not, then maybe go for the 4-knight Spanish variation. Objectively, probably d4 is the healthiest. And then take back, takes bishop b4, takes, bishop d3, short castle, d5, and this is the position. Bishop f7 is actually not that great. Okay, it is interesting and makes black lose the castle, but it actually is not that great. King f7, knight takes e4, pawn goes to d5, and now knight g5 check, which is very tempting. King is gonna go to g8, and black would ask white a question: whose king is safer? It actually is black's king who is safer here. And in fact, we are threatening to go e4, win a piece, and if they play d3 to defend the knight, then h6, kick this knight away, and knight have to retreat to h3, where it's going to be captured with a pawn. And now it definitely is black whose king is safer, and white's pawn structure is seriously damaged. Yeah, g5 is also possible, but I've actually had the game against around 2000 rated player in this exact position, and that's how I continued. Bishop takes h3 and bishop c5. And the black is close to winning here. Yes, we'll all play. Okay, I'll play, but there are a lot of people in the line on both on YouTube and Twitch. So let me go in order. Can you talk about how we trapped the queen in the corner? Let's talk about that. So towards the end, this queen, after queen b5, we took an opportunity to try trap it. Okay, bishop c2, a6, and now queen b7 is gonna run into rook b8 and lose a piece. So I've noticed here that this queen already had very limited amount of squares to go. So naturally, that means that taking on b7 cannot be that bad for us, because it's going to open up more files. So opening up more files can only be good for us, right? So that's what I did with bishop e7, queen takes b7, bishop c6, and next step here in my calculation was trying to stop white's pieces from getting into the game, and that's what queen d7 does. It does not allow you to play bishop a4 and freeze the 8th rank for both my rooks. So even if you do not see a concrete way how you trap the queen, I think bringing as many pieces into that side of the board makes a lot of sense. Okay, and that's kind of what I was thinking here. How do I free the route for my rooks while also stop white's counterplay? Bhagat, yes, my one-on-one coaching and structured lessons are all in my group. I have the link included in both. Basically, oh wow, I do not have the link included here. Oh, there we go. I actually just noticed all these new membership requests. You have requested? Okay. I am going to accept it right now. And here is okay, there we go. Actually, I'm going to unpin this. And I'm going to pin this. Temu Lenug is going to be next, and then Epsilon. Oh, is that you? Temulen? Good meeting you, my friend. Against d4, my recommendation is pawn to d5. We balance the center. Who's that on the picture? That is Inter Milan shirt. Okay. Our opponent goes for the London system. Let's immediately attack the center. And after c3, we can go back. Knight c6. Actually, taking immediately on d4 probably makes sense. Okay, they captured back with the pawn. Okay, we're gonna keep it simple. Now, nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. We're gonna get our knight out. Then we're gonna play the pawn to e6 and get the bishop out. Now, there could be an argument that our bishop on c8 gets stuck inside the pawn chain here. But I do not objectively think that that is that big of a deal, to be honest with you. You could take there and then play h6. It could feel a little uncomfortable to open up the h file, but after h6, I do not think there is a lot of initiative along the h file. Okay, let's accept memberships. Ray, welcome. Steven. Steven, welcome, my friend. Video editor for Chess Vibes. Oh, you work with Nelson. Okay. Okay. That's great. Very nice meeting you. Nelson is definitely an example and someone I learn a lot from. So very nice meeting you. Knight to g5. Very provocative move. What if we take back with the pawn? Well, first of all, we can just leave it as it is and not touch it at all. Okay? And I do not think white has a lot of initiative here still if we just simply ignore it. Usually when they attack you on the side of the board, try to counterattack them with the center. Okay, so e5 or a central break, center break. Pawn to e5 definitely would be the move here. But also, what if we simply accept the sacrifice here? Bishop goes to h7 check, knight takes h7, queen goes to h5, and let's say we play f6. When queen takes h7, king can run away. So I think I'm going to accept, because I do not see how I'm getting checkmated here. I do not believe in ghosts. Blunder ghost chess. That's your account. I see. I see, my friend. Steven, let me follow you back. Okay, bishop h7 check. I'll take that with the knight. And I think after queen h5, f6, and I'm gonna run on f7. Steven, were you the one who edited our video? I'm not sure if you remember, but I actually had a video with Nelson. NM versus IM. Yep. I think king can run away. Ding dong, what's up? Okay. Bhagat, you will have to show me your games in order for me to identify exactly what you're struggling with. It's very... you have to show me a few of your games. All right, rook to h6. Do we bring the knight back? Do we play rook g8? I think rook g8 I think rook g8 makes a lot of sense. I think bringing additional defenders cannot be a bad idea. And then I'll bring the knight as well on e7. Okay. My idea was knight back to e7 on this. Does white have a threat at the moment? I do not see one. Because knight g5 is covered. Rook takes f6, king takes f6. So where is the check? Steven, I'll talk to you. I'll message you in my school group, and we'll get to know each other better. And you probably have a lot of experience then in chess content creation. So we can see down the line if we can work together. Okay, bishop to d7, but you see my channel is still at the very beginning stage, so it's probably gonna take me some time. Okay, white moved the rook away. I'm assuming freeing the h5 square for the queen. I do like this idea of knight g6 and trying to trap the queen on the next move with rook h8. So let's try to do that. And if queen h5, then e5. My youngest daughter is practicing f2. What is that? Like a trumpet? It's a prime time. 11 p.m. prime time for some trumpet. Yeah, of course. And in regards to chess, you can. I'll give you the rundown how to make the best out of the group, guys. So once you join the group, in the first few days, you'll be receiving the message from me, and we can talk. And I'll tell you how to make the best out of the group. Potentially, you can send me one or two of your games, and I'll give you direct feedback what I think you should be working on and focusing on. And all of that is available through my group, which I have a link included in both. In the comments, the pinned section, and on Twitch as well. Okay, queen goes to h5. If I go immediately rook h8, queen g4, e5, does that not trap the queen? I think it does. So let's do that. Knight takes g5 will probably save it. But that is going to give us another piece. So that's probably a fair deal. Rook takes h3, queen takes h3, then e5. Okay, let's see e5. Knight takes probably g5. But we could simply also just sidestep. Let's do that. e5. Discover attack the queen. I'm expecting rook takes h8 right now. We probably take with the queen. Then knight takes either g5 or e5, and we can probably take that also with the knight. And then queen will have to retreat back. But that gives us 2 extra pieces. So rook h8, queen h8, knight e5. Oh, knight g5, okay. I guess that's actually an improved version, because knight e5 was giving us an option to take with the g knight. Knight g5 does not give us that option. But I think we simply take that knight. Only one queen is very unlikely to be successful at attacking the king when we have that many pieces around our king. For example, queen f3 check. I'll probably try to go queen f6, or even if I go king e7, that should be safe enough. Let's do queen f6. A little forcing. It's important to keep in mind that our h8 rook is defended. Queen takes d5 check, bishop e6. That way we develop our bishop with the tempo. Alright, rook takes h8. They allow us to trade queens. Trading queens is definitely in our favor right now, so let's do that. That is going to make your converting job a lot easier to trade queens. On castle, I think that pawn was hanging, but they didn't take it back, so I guess we'll take it back now. Let's bring the bishop here. Stop king from escaping on the queen side. Let's bring the rook in. Let's bring the knight in. If g4 will probably, we can go bishop b1. Next, rook c2 check and start collecting the material. Let's do that. Easiest of them all is usually going for the pawn endgame. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's simply eliminate all counterplay from white. Okay, rook f1. Are they trying to set up for the stalemate? Do you still have a2 pawn, my friend? You have extra material. Go for the pawn endgames. Okay, eliminate all the pieces from your opponent. That is 99% of the times the easiest way to convert your advantage. Wangatuba, good game, my friend. No worries, Malik. No worries. $13-13. What's going on, my friend? I think knight g5 was a little optimistic. Thank you. I try to do well. Actually, I had done some in the past, but I haven't done in a minute, and I wanted to bring this series back for my group because I've been getting recently a lot of questions about openings. Usually, opening themed questions are probably dominant, or that's, I would say that probably is 50% of the questions I get. What openings do you think I should focus on? So I want to make it once or twice a week. But for now, we're going to try to do once a week. Having YouTube courses and playing it's working? What do you mean? Thank you, Nick Dag. All right, Epsilon. Let's go, my friend. E4. Best by test. E5. Knight f3. We attack the center. Italian game is my recommendation. Bishop to c4. We develop the bishop while aiming at the opponent's weakest square, f7. On d6, my recommendation is to take control of the center immediately. If we're given the chance to take control of the center, we do so. Bishop e6, I think, is a blunder because now we're going to play d5, and that's going to be a double attack, aka fork, which is going to win us the material. Win us one of the minor pieces. Let's take the bishop. Usually bishop is a better defensive piece. And then I'll go castle. Finish the development. All right, our Epsilon is going long castle. Okay, let's bring the pieces into the game. d5. First, I think you want to double check how many attackers do you have to that square and how many defenders does opponent have, or the other way around, basically. How many attackers do you have? How many attackers does opponent have? White right now has 3 attackers to that d5 square. Black only has 2 defenders. So I think we can simply take this guy with either the bishop or the knight. Why would I take with the bishop? Well, I think because having the queen defended on d1 with that knight is extra sense of security for me. So that's exactly where this comes in handy. Now we can take bishop e4 and not worry about our queen hanging on d1. All right. When extra material, trading queens is definitely in our favor. Bishop goes to c5. Now let's probably, actually let's try to trade. The easiest way to convert usually when you have extra material again is to trade pieces, because the more pieces you trade, that extra material is going to be even more valuable. Next phase of the game is going to be included all the pieces into the game. The best way usually to trade pieces is put them on the good squares. Bishop b7 right now is going to win the rook, but let's keep it simple. Trade rooks. Next phase of the game, usually, that makes your task a lot easier is activate your king. In the opening and middle game, you try to keep king safe, but in the opening, in the end game, king actually becomes a very important part of the game. So now we're gonna try to bring the king in. Okay, king d6. Now that is going to allow us to eliminate the last minor piece, and that is going to get rid of all black's counterplay. Next, we'll simply start collecting all black pawns. Let's take on c6 and then start pushing the f pawn. King d6 to shoulder the king and promote with the checkmate. Good game, Epsilon. I think you want to focus on tactics, my friend, okay? Up to the rating of 1,000. If you are under 1,000 rating, focus on getting good at not blundering, okay? And the way you do that is tactics. If you're looking for structured lessons, join my group, and I cover step by step from 0 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,500. Yo, Ethan from Liverpool. Very nice meeting you, my friend. Big Liverpool fan over here since 2003. Bro. Nice meeting you. How did you feel after today's 97th minute goal? Did you see the game today? I didn't watch it live, but I checked it afterwards, and that was insane. Tanish, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Rahman, welcome. And VK, welcome to the group. Feel free to send me a text, okay? Even if it's just a hi, so I know you, and we can get the conversation going, and I can try my best to help you. And at the beginning, all of it pretty much for free. Mr. EJ, what do you love? Mr. EJ, what do you have in mind? In the Nigdag. Yes, I do private lessons. I am actually going to be adding that also in my community. So that would also be the best place to discuss details about one-on-one coaching. In the future, would you be up for accepting donations so people can pick the opening you play for the stream? For sure. Oh, Ethan, that's you, Mr. J. Okay, okay, I got confused. I had a lot of like comments I was responding to, and so I was not sure which one did you respond back to. Yo, man, that was a good goal. I agree. Yeah, no, I was like, I was stunned too. Yo, what do you think of Mamarda, bro, Ethan? You like Mamarda? That's the pride of my country. I'm from Georgia originally. So I was very happy when Mamardashvili, when Liverpool got Mamardashvili. But 13-13, yes, for sure. I that is definitely something that I would be up for. Feel free to let me know what openings you would like to see, and I'll definitely try to incorporate it. And I do think I have the donations set up. Is there something wrong with it? Oh, okay. I may need to change the link there. Johnny Boxing. Are you a boxer for real? That's pretty cool, man. Yes, I do reside in the United States right now. So that definitely has to do something with it. Okay, who do we got next? Greetings to you from Valencia, my friend. Hey, cheers. Nigdag, where are you at? What's your account? Color? Color 3, is that you? And then we got Malik, my man checkmate assassin. Alright. 2302, bro, you good. Karokan. Okay, against Karokan, my recommendation is to push the pawn forward, advanced Karokan. Okay, and on bishop f5, go this move h4, trying to trap the queen. When they go h5, now pawn to c4. Then we get the knight out. If they take the pawn, we take back and bring the knight to e2. Attack our bishop, we have to retreat it back. And now I believe the move here is knight. Is it f4 or g3? I do not remember exactly. But I'll try to go f4. Maybe it was bishop e3 actually. Okay, now it goes to d5. What if we take now this pawn? Can we take that pawn? Okay, let's try that. Let's take that pawn. I don't see why not. Maybe there's something related to the h file here, like bishop g6, but I think we're gonna have bishop g5. Or do we have bishop g5 actually? Bishop g5, bishop takes h5, bishop d8, bishop d1. So that might actually not work. So we may have to simply retreat. Retreat back, I assume. We'll also try to take on d5, but then bishop takes h5, we'll lose a piece. So, okay, yeah, we do have to retreat back. Okay, I'm assuming, yeah, they're gonna take there. Okay, I think we didn't do something right here, but let's try to make up for it. Okay, if we were to take this knight, how would black recapture it back? With the pawn, okay. Let's go bishop e3. We will have to retreat the king. f1. We did lose the castle, but that was not my plan to start with, to castle in the first place. Okay, what if we were to go queen a4? I think bishop d3 check, maybe king a, rook h8. Okay, we might be in trouble there, so I do not want to do that. Let's try to kick the bishop away. All right. Kick the bishop away. Let's go queen d2 with some threats. But that's actually not really a threat because there's going to be queen d4. Let's bring the rook. Now on the c file. Okay. They want to stop b5. But we don't want, we're not going to be stopped that easily. e6 seems reasonable. Let's take on f6. If they take back with the rook, we have bishop g5. So I'm assuming they have to capture back with the queen, most likely. In this kind of structure, do you prefer the two bishops or bishop and a knight? Definitely two bishops. Bishop g5, queen g3, bishop takes f6. Oh, queen d3, very nice. Very nice move, man. Oh, wow, I missed that. Okay. Let's... Uh-oh. Oh. Nice game. Nice game, nice game. Oh, that was a rated game? That was a rated game you offered me? I thought we were friends, bro. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. It's all good. Queen g3 was good. Hey. Hey, 1313. Thanks for the sub, man. Or maybe not a man. But thank you, my friend. Where did I go wrong? I guess after f6, I should go b5 immediately, right? Yeah, b5, f takes e5, b takes c6, and I should get my own counterplay going. Nigdag, are you for real 2-0? Bruh. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, let me beat you now. Let me beat you. Let me get the revenge. Okay, now I'm gonna take it serious. You on the list now. Okay, there we go. 13. You wanted to see some King's Indian, didn't you? King's Indian defense, kid. Yeah, it looks more like a hippo though. You're right. Okay, let's take on e5. Sure. Sure, we can trade it all. Okay, what if I bring the rook? d1. Now we're threatening some sort of discoveries. Yeah, I don't think you realized how tricky this can get for you. Queen c2, I was thinking knight f4. Let's go knight f4 or queen g5. Queen g5. Queen g5, knight f3 kind of ruins the fun. So let's start with knight f4. Should be e4, makes a lot of sense. Now we can start with rook d2 or we can start with queen g5. I think I'm gonna start with queen g5. So rook takes d2, queen d2, then queen g5, queen e3, right? So yeah, let's go queen g5. Immediately. Now we're oh, actually I could go knight. I could have gone knight h3. Oof, I goofed. Wait, hold on. Now I can take knight h3. Knight e2 is also an option. Rook d2 is also an option. Okay, a lot of options here. I think this is actually the one I like the most. Actually, knight takes g2 was also an option. And now I'm gonna come back. Or I could have also taken queen e5. Very nice. You fell for my trick, my friend. And you got made it in this. Well, it's not kind of. It's not center actually, but almost the center. Yeah, no, epsilon, absolutely. You should definitely. I think there's a lot of value in game reviews. Actually, I would highly recommend it. The best way, usually, to analyze your games at earlier stages of your career is using the game review. Good game, man. Good game, color. Okay, so now, now I'm not getting adopted by you anymore, so I can sleep in peace. How long will you spend here, Johnny Boxing? You mean streaming today? No, bro. 30. I'm too old for 30 second chess. What's your rating there? Nah, bro. I have to beat you like 200 games to gain some rating. I'm like 2900 in bullet. All right, Assassin, you're next. Let's go. No, bro. It's just not. It's just not it, bro. It's just not it. You know, we gotta be zoned out, and most of the audience won't be able to follow along. So it's not going to be very fun. You know, it doesn't make for very fun content. I feel like for a little bit, but only at special occasions. Okay, e4. Let's go e5. And Malik, I'm gonna go with the Petrov defense. Let's see how you play against solid openings. In 5 hours, my man. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be still streaming in 5 hours, but maybe another time then. I'll be I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, where do we get the bishop out? Let's get it out on c5. On bishop g5, let's poke the bishop first with h6. Yeah, once the bishop moves, actually, I want to take the risky decision. Let's go g5. And when bishop moves back to g3, I'll play d6. Since I have not castled yet on the king side, I'm going to try use h6 g5 to produce an attack. Oh, you're flying from Valencia to Dublin. And flight is about 3 hours long. I see, I see. That's cool. That's cool. Are you competing there? If you don't mind us asking. All right, let's retreat the bishop back. Yeah, Johnny, I can't promise you. It is almost 11 p.m. here, where I'm from, Dallas, Texas. But I will be live quite a bit this week. Okay, so hopefully you can come back. And we can get a game. And hope you have a safe flight, my friend. Are you on chess.com? Yes, you can challenge me by typing challenge. There you go. This kind of looking like a king's Indian defense structure, but with a better black bishop. That does make a lot of sense, yes. Okay, how do we keep this moving forward? If we go h5, knight g5 is not an option because we have h4 trapping the bishop, but if we do h5 right now, white will most likely play h4 themselves. And then we go g4, knight goes to g5. So I don't quite want to do that. What else? What are our options? Let's try to play queen e7, keeping our options flexible. So if needed, we can try to play bishop e6 and go long castle. Or maybe bishop d7 is a little better, actually. I think I like that. Let's go bishop d7. I don't want to put the bishop on e6 in case I need to do something here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go long castle, and then I'm gonna bring this rook to g8. Okay, our opponent also goes long castle. That's fair. Okay, now probably let's keep the rook where it is on the d8, since the king is in the center. We're not attacking the king anymore on the king side here, but white still has a lot of pieces on the king side. So I think there is still something to be done about it, like h5, but h5 now allows knight g5, and we don't have h4 because of bishop takes h4. We could try d5. Does knight h5 work? Knight h5, knight takes e5, knight takes g3, knight takes c6, knight takes e2 comes with a check, and then we take back. I think that's important. So let's go knight h5 with the idea of bringing the knight to activating it from f4. Chess 9-83. Arosh. No, it's not a tournament. Okay, we're just doing the rating climb. Urkarsh. Shaibekov. What's going on? Edith, you have to challenge me. Okay, let's bring the knight to f4. Victor Martinez, welcome, my friend. Soft Rug, welcome. Apollonia. Very nice meeting you all. 1313, also, what do I call you, my friend? I like to get to know to my subs. So if you're good with sharing your name, I know what to call you. Okay, now bishop f1. They moved the bishop away. The bishop is not doing much. Quads ys or 1313. Okay, I'm good with calling you 1313. We have 11 and we have 13. Let's go. Okay, knight e6. I want to move this knight to d4. Okay, and I want to play f5 type. Okay, let's go knight c5. Keeping our eyes on the goods. We have b3. Now light squares I think might be a little exposed here. We could try f5, which looks also good, but bishop e6 with the idea of bishop b3 I think is a little more appetizing. Quads, how come quads? You play poker? Or what's the story behind quads? Okay, c4. That is one way of stopping bishop b3, but that also makes now d4 a lot less likely, or a lot less dangerous, let's put it that way. All right, let's go f5. People see y 4 times. It's easier to say quads then. I see. Okay. Fair. Now we're applying the pressure on the center here, but not sure whether we want to go f4 next or g4. Both of them are very viable options. We could also take, honestly, on e4, but that probably doesn't lead too much. So I'm leaning towards g4 here, so we can kick the knight away from f3. Oh, wow, but our opponent does that on their own. Okay, now knight d4 looks a no-brainer. Activating our knight in the center while attacking the opponent's queen. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, I'm assuming queen is going to come up, and then we'll see what we want to do. Oh, queen b1. I think queen could come to c3. Let's go b5, actually. Hit them from the queen side as well. Jab. How is it? How does the saying go? One, two. Jab, hook. Okay, knight to f3. Now that immediately screams of b3 square, because the knight on d2 was defending the b3 square. So how do we... Oh, that's just a mate, isn't it? Wow. Funny enough, I did not notice immediately that that was a mate, but I could immediately tell that something has to go on b3. And bonus. We hit the bonus by checkmating the king. Malik, I think c3 was a little weakening. Maybe knight d2 here. Maybe knight d2 instead of c4. c4 was a hard fold, bro. You're like, you folded hard there. So maybe knight d2 to stop and defend the b3 square. I think that makes... Because after c4, it's a very much one-sided affair here. But other than that, I think you played pretty well. Anishur, your real name is Merab? No way. ბექას გაუმარჯოს, გილოცავ, შენც ასევე გაიხარე. ყველაფერი კაი 2026-ში. შენთვის, შენი საყვარელი ხალხისთვის. Smothered made by own queen, yep. Alright, who we got next? Okay, let's go with, let's see. Let me check my games, my last games here. My last games were against (2000), 1900, 2044, 2300, but okay, that was a blitz, that doesn't count, and 1800. All right, now I wanna you still beat me. I have to pay attention next time you send me a challenge, whether it's rated or not. Okay, send in the challenges. If you guys want to play. If not, then I'll be picking from the random pool. Okay, I want to play someone 500. Is there someone 500 rated? What's your take on the match between you and Magnus on Title Tuesday? Abi, what's going on? Oh, Paisley Passion. Here we go. Actually, right in the rating range that I was looking at. Good luck, my friend. Knight to f3, the ready opening. Okay, since my recommendation against d4 is to balance the center, we're gonna stick with the same move, pawn to d5. Okay, white immediately plays knight g5. Usually it's not recommended to move the same piece twice or more times before you take control of the center. So since white did not do that right now, I am going to be the one taking control of the center. Okay, knight takes f7. That does attack my queen and the rook, but my king is defending it. And I do not think that knight was worth the sacrifice. Okay, next we are going to bring our pieces into the game. Think of it as a war, right? You want, or a sport, let's say. If you're thinking in terms of the war strategy, then you want to bring as many of your army into the attack as possible, right? If you're thinking in terms of the sports, you want to include all players in the game and not just play with one player only, right? So basically get all your pieces involved in the game. Get all your players involved in the game. Okay, now we did the artificial castle with rook to e8, and then we're ready to move the king back to g8. And since king is in the center here, let's see how we want to. Oh, this is a 3-minute game. I didn't realize actually this was a 3-minute game. Let's go e4. White king is still in the center. Can we try to open it up? Well, they do not want to open it up, so now we're going to actually I should have gone back, but maybe we can go queen to d6 threatening queen g3 check. There we go. Okay, now we can take the e3 pawn. The major reason why this is very problematic for white is because the king is stuck in the center. By the way, it is never too late to blunder. I almost captured knight d4 here and allowed bishop h5. Should we do that? Let's see. Let's just do that for funds. Well, no, bishop h5 would have been a discovered attack which would win a queen, but we're already up a lot of material. Okay, queen trade when you have extra material again and again is the easiest way to convert our advantage. So we're gonna trade queens and then start collecting as much material as we possibly can. Let's do with the check to g3. Then I'm going to give another check. Abhinav is asking me what was my take on the match between me and Magnus in Title Tuesday. Let me respond to that question in a second, because we have 30 seconds left on the clock here. And I believe that is going to be it. Knight e4 is going to be a checkmate. Good game, Paisley. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And my recommendation to you would be, you want to follow the 3 golden principles of opening play, which are fight for the center. You usually do that with pawn to e4 or d4. Number 2, develop your pieces towards the center. Not only one piece, but multiple pieces. Okay, you want all your players involved in the game, not be playing with one player only, right? And number 3, before you start the attack of your own, secure your king, castle. How embarrassing is it on a scale 1 to 10 to lose to a 1900 USCF? I've lost to unrated players, bro. So I'm far from being ashamed, you know. I'm a student of the game. And anything can happen in a single game of chess. Then how embarrassing should it be for Magnus to lose to anyone else? Apollonia, my pleasure. Oh, I see. I see. Nice meeting you. Thank you for uh, sending in challenge, and thanks for joining the community. If you would like structured lessons and more like videos, I have a group. I have my community group, which is free to join. And that's where I post almost daily. Does my community have stuff for 2,000 plus rated players? Not at the moment, okay? I am getting there. Definitely, that's the goal, to get to that point where I have something for everyone. But for 2,000 plus players, at the moment it's only one-on-one. I do not have as much of a material, but I think it's still useful because I post stuff that is like from my journey, which is usually going to be about the games, like game analysis, or like high level game analysis, for example, from the modern tournaments. So I think it's still something for all level of players, but in terms of the lessons, I do not have lessons for 2,000 plus at the moment. Is your goal to try hit Grandmaster? Definitely. That is definitely the goal. Okay, the marathon continues. I just got 100% end game accuracy. Let's go. I offer, yeah, first one is going to be free, but then basically I offer different packages. Okay, so it's join or text me and we can discuss the details. I have the link to my calendar that we can then I can share, but send me a text and we'll discuss the details. The best way to do it is basically just send me a DM, join the group, send me the DM, hey, that's me, and we'll talk. At the end of the month, would you be up to play a game against Gowrie? Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I actually have. Are you from Gowrie's community? Actually, are you frequented Gowrie's community? Gowrie recently made IM, right? That's pretty cool. We have played multiple tournaments, and I think I've played a match versus Gowrie on stream. Oh, Abina was asking me, what's your take on the match between you and Magnus on Title Tuesday, where I got flagged? By the way, if you haven't, you guys should check out my game versus Magnus right before he won his 19th and 20th World Championship. I got to play him in a Title Tuesday tournament, and I have all of that on film. Basically, I have it all of it recorded and uploaded and on my YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out. I think it was a fun video and fun experience overall. Definitely kind of crazy for me to get to play the GOAT right before the World and Rapid Blitz Chess Championships. But mainly the way game played out was kind of crazy. Okay, I do not want to spoil too much, but all I'm gonna say is it was inspiring to see from Magnus to this day going all in for the win. Whatever it takes to win. That's what makes this game a sport. Yeah, it's a school. Yes, it is. It is my school, and I am going to do this. Okay, here. Hey, all right. All right, I see I got a few more membership requests actually. Let me accept all that. Abi, very nice having you. VJ, good to have you here. Yuan. Oh, that's you, my friend. Johnny. Confidence always makes you win. The brain has infinite powers and must be used its fullest. I like it, my friend. Very nice meeting you. And Arush. Hey. Thank you, thank you. And yes, my Twitch people, I would much appreciate the love on YouTube also. Oh, you are Yuan. I see. Send in the challenge whenever you are available, my friend. And yeah, I'm definitely more active on YouTube. What is the easiest title to earn? Asks Memoros. The first title is the National Master title, I believe, which would be 2200. 2200 level. DM in my school group. I have links included in both streams. I like it. I like it, Yuan. Okay, hold on. Um, Yuan, let's go. I like it. Zura, please help me. Did you just make an account, bro? Wow. That's crazy, bro. You just made an account specifically for that. That's crazy. Um Hello, sir. I'm 2100 on chess.com. I have a huge tournament coming on 10 January. I have access to all courses of Chessable and anywhere else. Can you help me? Okay, what do you need help with? January 10th. That's so you have a week basically. That's not that much of a time. Okay, next. So we did play. Paisley was about 450. Okay, let's try to someone in the 600 range. Prefer time control for the challenge to send. Would be 5 minute. 5 minute games. What should you focus on? What do you think you are struggling with the most at the moment? Again, I think the best way I can help you would be join my community, send me a DM, and in DM you can share a game or two with me. And then that way I have something to work with. Game understanding. Okay. Game understanding. I see. Okay, which one are you? Because I have. Oh, you just sent it. Paul from Jacksonville. Paul, is that you? Mid 1200s on chess.com currently. Peak is above 1300 leeches and around 1600 rapid time controls. You a hiker, my friend? You into hiking? I actually just got back from Colorado yesterday night. All right, let's play Merab. Merab Ayaz. And we're playing with black. Guys, you're taking my rating away. But it's okay. It's okay. We can play rated, but next few players I would prefer to play unrated. What happened, Merab? Okay, send me a text there. Zura, please help me and share with me a game or two of yours. Cryptex, what's up, my friend? Happy holidays and happy New Year's. In terms of game understanding, what course would I recommend for someone 2100? I think man, Michael Adams' Think Like a Super GM is a good one. Let's see. I have a book recommendation list, but I don't have actually Chessable recommendation list. Maybe I should make Chessable recommendation list too. Here is my book recommendations, but that would probably not be very helpful just 1 week before the 1 week before the tournament. Okay. Here he goes. I know now. Peter Nielsen Heine. Techniques of Positional Play. That's the name of it. Techniques of Positional Play. Originally written by a Russian author, Anatoly Teryohin, but on Chessable, it is by Peter Heine Nielsen, Magnus Carlsen's coach. So I think that fits all those criterias that you just mentioned. Here you go. Here you go, my friend. I have an ELO between 800 and 1000. What would you recommend for this score? The book or a course? Which one? Book recommendations, Yuan, are all my book recommendations are all in that document that I posted earlier on. Like Google document that I just shared. That's where the recommendations would be. Half already done this one, but now I'll do this completely. Okay, very good. Okay, if you have done that, then what about recognizing opponents' resources? For calculation, I think that's a really good one. It's a little hard, but hey, you want it to be hard. You want it to challenge you. Books and courses both? Okay, okay. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me a second, guys. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to make a decision about the dinner. Okay, what we were gonna eat for dinner. So it was not an easy decision, but I think we have made the decision. Okay. So I am back. 13. 13. Very nice meeting you. Thank you again for the sub, and we'll talk soon. And sounds good. I am game. Whenever we want to, we can arrange a match, and I would very much be interested into collaborating. Hey, 11 with the gifted sub to Malik. David, thank you. Yuan is asking, recognizing your opponent's resources, developing preventive thinking. Is it for me? I think it's, Yuan, it's a little early for you, my friend. You probably want to get to that around a rating of 2000. That was more the recommendation for Zura, please help me account. I think for 2100, actually, this is a very good level, okay? Like, it's a set of exercises. The positions are very good, basically, for 2200. Isn't it easier than that? Select the date and time you know you can do and click on it. Zero gets back in at least a day and sometimes quicker. Hey, David, thank you. Yes, exactly. So in my group, in my school group, in my community, I am going to have the calendar link. Once you click that, I have pinned comment book. Basically, I think I can actually show here. Can I? Chess with Zura. Can I show right here? I think I can. There we go. Once you join the group, by the way, look at this. By the way, look at this. How cool is that? You can just type, let there be a cat. Let there be cat. And there you go. You have a cat. Okay, like sitting right there. Let there be a cat. And then we can make this. Okay. Anyways, that was a joke. That's just, or. Okay. I'm having. You got Snoop Dogg for yours? That's pretty cool. But I love this stuff. But anyways, yeah, you click this one. Book your free one-on-one coaching session. You click that, and once you click this link right here, it's gonna take you to Calendly, and then here are all the availabilities. And once you book it, it sends me the notification. You also just send me a DM when you have booked the time, or when you're about to book a time, and I'm usually pretty quick with responding back. First one is free. Yes, first one is free. Okay, first session is free, but if we choose to work on the regular basis, obviously, then that's going to be of charge. And if you want one-on-one coaching, then obviously that's we'll talk details, and that's not going to be free of charge. And what was I going to mention? Also, I was going to mention I forgot. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. Is it normal for me to get 50% accuracy playing against someone who scores 45 and 80 points against you and other better players? Better in that sense that they are 18, 1900, not that they are better than you. I see what you mean. I would say 50% is pretty low. But man, right now, really, my friend, what you want to focus on is you want to do bunch of tactics up to the rating of, let's say, 800 to 1000. Really, you want to do bunch of tactics. Okay, right now you want to work on tactics and candidate moves. Checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. Checks, captures, threats. Okay, literally just do a bunch of puzzles, and in all of those you're looking for checks, captures, and threats or attacks. Forget even that. Simplify it even more. Look for checks and captures. What books and what course for 800 and 1000? Okay, my friend, in the book recommendation list here, I have it in the rating ranges. And I would recommend all of these books that is 1000 to 1500. Here is the link. Okay, you go to this link and I have all the book recommendations there. Okay, they're a bunch. Shreya Chess, I have a question. If a person started to play chess at age of 17, could she become a title player? Absolutely. Absolutely. And there had been multiple examples of that happening in the history. There had been when people started at actually 17 and went on to become IMs and UN grandmasters. Okay, so it definitely is possible and it has been done before, but obviously you have to be realistic also about your ambitions in life in general. Are you willing to dedicate that much time onto chess? Okay, that's probably the main question you want to answer. Are you willing to, because obviously it's not going to be easy. It's going to require a lot of time. They say mastery approximately takes around 10,000 hours. So at this stage of your life, are you willing to dedicate 10,000 hours to chess? Okay, I guess that would be the question you want to answer first before you commit to that kind of work. You started playing chess 1.5 years ago and you're 14 and I have 2000 ELO. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. What do we work on from 1900 and up? All right, I'm pulling more. I'm pulling more. I'm gonna have more material. Okay, 2000 and up, but what was the auto mode? Okay, epsilon. What in regards to what? What should I? What age do you think it would be realistic for me to maybe get the FM title at I'm 14? Bro, it's really hard to put it like that, okay? It's like there are people that have made IMs at age of 12, you know? So it really depends on the intensity of how intense you're going at it, you know? There are some kids that they have spent more hours on the game than many that have been playing it for decades, you know. So a lot of it is about intensity. If you're obsessed with it and you're also like playing a lot and you're studying a lot and implementing them, you can get better pretty quick. Is it possible to get NM by playing London and Caro? I really don't want to switch. Yes, it definitely is possible. You can get to very far, man, with just London and Caro. And there are a lot of people that have done it. I guess you have to have one something against D4 as well, right? So London with white, Caro with black, and then something to do against D4. So 3 openings is really all you need. If you have good 3 openings, that's really all you need to get 2000 and even like title level. His first teacher, Tukmakov, is very good. Yes, Tukmakov actually has a very good book. I like his book. It's called Risk and Bluff in Chess. Coach of many top players like Anish Giri, Azerbaijani national team, quite a few top players. Tukmakov, yeah, he started quite late. I think 16 or so. His first teacher was Roman Peltz, who gave you a lesson. Oh wow, David, small world, man. You never heard of the Petrov defense? E4, E5. That's what it is. E4, E5 is a Petrov defense. Real Jatin is asking, okay, I'm also 15, 4 years experience and self-taught. Boys and girls, we're focusing on the wrong thing here, okay? Your focus, okay, obviously having the long-term vision is a good thing, but focus on your next 100 points. Okay? Do not focus on your next 1,000 points. It's unrealistic. Focus on your next 100 points. And from there on, then you focus on your next 100 points. and then the next, and then the next. Okay, you don't go from 1,000 to 2,200 in one go. Okay, so the major thing here is to figure out how to work on yourself. Okay, I feel like just like in life, you don't make, or I guess you have a vision for like 10-year vision, right? But how do you get there? You get there by doing daily things, right? You get there day by day. You want to focus on what you're trying to accomplish this month. Okay, same way. You want to focus on what you're struggling with right now and getting past that 100 points. Yeah, now that is realistic. And then once you, exactly. And it feels tangible. So make your goal tangible. And figure out what are the steps to get there. Sounds fair. This is actually a serious problem. Okay, what we just talked about, it's a serious problem because if you make, and I see this a lot happening in chess, okay, and I get asked this on streams a lot, that I am this much rating, like say X rating right now, I'm like 600 and I want to get 2,000. Do you think it's realistic in like 2 years or in like 1 year? And my answer is, bro, get real. Okay, focus on the next 100 points, and then the 100 after. What ELO do you recommend I should get before I enter OTB in state tournaments? Probably about 1,200. I would say like around 1,000 actually. 1,000. I would say 1,000 is probably the threshold. Were you actually Andy Woodward's career? Yeah, man. Yeah. Me and Andy worked together for probably about half a year, and then other than that, we played a lot of games against each other when he was young. So we worked together probably from around when he was rated 2,000 and to 2,000 to 2,200. Little over 2,200. Yeah, Andy is a beast. Andy is a beast. My my favorite player probably at the moment. He's gonna be playing Waken Z soon, starting in a week, and I actually look forward to that tournament. He's gonna be playing Challenger section, And Wake and Z, aka Tata Steel Tournament, is probably one of my favorite tournaments and one that I wish to play in my lifetime. Since kid, I've been a big fan. It's like a Wimbledon of chess, in my opinion and in the opinion of many. Yeah, it's and the place looks very fun. Actually, I would definitely would love to play that tournament one day. It's probably on my list, like to do list, kind of, bucket list. And Nick Dog, also Grayson, man. Grayson is also a dog. Andy and Grayson are probably two, not probably my two of my top dogs. With Andy, I've only worked like less than a year, probably like about half a year. But with Grayson, actually, we worked a lot, and Grayson is now I am with two Grandmaster norms also. Yep. It did. I have 16 right now. I keep it in the range of 15 to 20. I think that is the sweet spot without compromising quality of teaching. It's showing membership pending. I did. I did accept you. If I go from 2300 to 2400 on Leech's Rapid, does that mean that OTB rating will also increase? Man, it's hard to like find that correlation, but I mean, obviously, that would be the most logical thing to say, right? I think that you're gaining rating because you're doing something right, most likely, right? You're getting better. So if you get better in one area of your chess, that will probably also translate into other parts. Hello. Okay, I'll be done. I'll be done here shortly. Okay, my very late dinner is here. Okay. Um, she was out playing peekaboo, so she also just got back. 1948 was the first championship after Alekhine. Yep. Yeah, that was the dark period. Uh, no, I wanted to go play so bad also because there were some good people, but guys, I'm truly committed. Okay, this year one of the things I really am looking forward to and I'm committed to is building this community. Building this community, um, I truly want to make it a place where a lot of us can enjoy and help each other and help others to get better. Yeah, I'll hit you back. If you send me a DM, I'm gonna reply back as soon as I get to it. And I'll reply back what I think you should focus on as your study plan, in terms of your study plan. That one is a book. Well, it's a bunch of diagrams. It's actually a bunch of like positions. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say about that. All right, everyone, boys and girls. I think we had a good session today. Very nice to see you all. Happy New Year again. Let's start this year strong. Keep it sharp. Keep it locked in. Get in touch with me. Join the group, and just send me a DM. You know, even if it's just a hi. You know, so I know you. We know each other, and I'll do my best to point you towards the direction that can help you get better. Malik, good seeing you. David, thank you for the support. I am going to be sending you DM tomorrow. Okay. I have not forgotten. Yes, if you book a one-on-one, please DM me so I know, like, hey, that's me. Just confirm it with me. Because sometimes my calendar, like, invitations can be all over the place. So I just know, and I can go and manually book it also. All right, thanks everyone for the support. I very much appreciate it. I think we had a good. It's a Zoom. It's a Zoom link. I think we had a good session. I met a lot of new faces today, which I'm happy to. We're growing, which is beautiful to see. And yeah, I am here to help. A lot of exciting projects I'm thinking about for this year. And I look forward to it. I look forward to sharing them with you. I'm working on a bunch of courses, but all of them will be shared in my group. And I plan on adding events also right now. Calendar. I don't have a lot of events in the calendar, but I'm thinking of Guess the ELO. What do you guys think of the Guess the ELO? I want to make the section where you all submit your games, and then one day a week I'm gonna have a stream where I go through and analyze your games. And I know Guess the ELO is also popular online. You probably have seen some in Levy. I think Gotham Chess has made it very popular. But I mean, I enjoy watching some of the episodes too. You know, I think it's fun. Let's see, 100 points for someone surprisingly soon. Let's go. That's the spirit. All right, keep it locked in, everyone. Love you all. Happy New Year's. Let's stay focused. Let's stay locked in for 2026. I feel good things coming this year. All right, cheers. Have a great week. Okay, let's start week strong. For people in America, let's get some rest and hit strong from tomorrow. Is there rated chess on our phone? Browen. The Stone Knights, what's up? Rectifies. Rectifies, what's up? Chess.com? Or you mean like classically rated? No, classically rated there is not, but online rated. Are you talking about online rated? All right, cheers, muchachos and muchachas. I'm signing out. Peace.